Whoa. Oh shit. Oh god damn. Oh man. Oh. What? Yo, welcome to Recipe Roulette. Here, we like to experiment with the 6 different flavor profiles. Salty, umami, sour, sweet, bitter, and spicy. We're going to be experimenting by replacing one or more ingredients in an existing dish to see if we can still create a balanced dish, but with a totally different ingredient that has that same flavor profile. We'll be spinning our roulette wheel to randomly pick for that mystery ingredient. And today, we're making pickles. And we'll be experimenting with the flavor profile, bing, sweet. The way we're gonna format this is, we'll be replacing the sweet component in our pickling solution with something new to see if we can create something interesting and still tasty. For pickles, sweetness is a taste, so you can add as much or as little sweetness as you want. I prefer mine somewhat sweet, depending on the type of pickle. So let's check out what we have on our wheel for today. And hey, another huge shout out to my girlfriend for these dope ass illustrations for making the sweet wheel this time. Last week, we had the umami wheel. This week, we got the sweet wheel. Let's see what we got. So something standard, but not very typical. We got brown sugar. To spice it up, we got honey, Jolly Ranchers, and apple juice. But not least, Sprite. Alright, and what are we pickling today? So a bit ago, I had this pickling phase, and I pickled things here and there and whatnot. And so I wanted to pickle something that was just as much as new to me as it is for you guys. So this will be as much of a learning experience for me as it will be for you guys. So let's see what we got today. We got watermelon rinds. We got corn, still with the corn skin, this corn wrapper, yeah. And we got cilantro. So I'm gonna prep this. Don't want to pickle the leaves because it doesn't have any crunch. Whenever you pickle something, you want to pickle something that has a bit of a textural crunch. All right, and so we got what we're gonna pickle, but what are we gonna pickle them in? Today, I'm gonna be making 3 different kinds of pickling solutions inspired by 3 different countries: Korean, American, and Japanese. I'll be rolling a die to determine which solution we'll be pickling with which ingredient. Originally, I was planning to pre-pick them, but honestly, this is so new to me. I didn't know what would go good with what. So let's just leave it up to chance. Yeah. All right, so let's begin. Let's start seeing what we get for our pickles. We're gonna be rolling the dice for the solution, and we'll be spinning the wheel for the sweet component of this dish. So first, let's roll the dice. Let's see which pickling solution we get. Okay, big money, let's go. 6. Okay, so that's the Japanese pickling solution. Okay. All right, next we're gonna spin the wheel to see which sweet ingredient we're replacing with white sugar. Let's go. All right, good spin. Big money. Honey. Oh, interesting. Honey watermelon pickles? What the fuck? Okay, we got honey. All right, next we're gonna be picking the solution and the sweet replacement for cilantro stems. Let's go. All right, got my dice. Let's go. Oh shit. Oh, that went off camera, but it rolled a 6, so we're gonna have to roll again. See what else we get. 4. Okay, 4. That was American pickling solution. Oh shit. Okay. Oh man, it's becoming really interesting. And let's see what we get for the sweetness. Let's go. Ja! Good spin. Oh, Jolly Ranchers. What the fuck? Oh my god. Last but not least, we got corn. All right, so we're gonna. Oh wait. We don't need a spin for the solution. It's fucking Korean. The last one's gonna be Korean. Okay. But for the sweetness, let's spin to see what we get. All right, let's go. Apple juice. Oh man. Oh god, these are so. Oh my god, what the fuck? Let's go. Apple juice. Okay. Korean pickling solution, it uses a lot of soy sauce for its saltiness and adds a lot of extra umami flavor. Yeah. And for the sourness, the vinegar that we're going to use is rice vinegar for that little bit of extra added sweetness. This Korean pickling solution is much more heavier on the sweeter side. Normally, whenever making this with white sugar, people typically like to bring it up to a boil just to help dissolve the sugar and kind of wilt the vegetables. But since we're using apple juice and the sugar's already dissolved, we won't need to do that. And I'm using this paper towel to help submerge the corn so it pickles more evenly. For the American pickling solution, it uses white vinegar for its sourness. And the thing about American pickles is it uses a bunch of aromatics. So we got herbs and a bunch of whole spices. I'm going to be using thyme. We got coriander seeds. If you didn't know, coriander is just another fancy word for cilantro. So we got cilantro seeds. And we got a whole black pepper right here. And last, we got mustard seeds. I'm going with cherry Jolly Ranchers. I don't know why, but these are so damn good to me. Oh shit, it's fucking breaking. Okay, that's good. I had a hard time breaking these. One of them eventually didn't really break and was whole, and I just put it in whole, and it actually dissolved by the next day, so not really necessary, but I guess it helps, but not needed. For the Japanese pickling solution, just like the Korean pickling solution, sits much more heavier on the sweeter side. So for the sourness, we're going to be using rice vinegar. But one thing that makes Japanese pickles different from the other two is its use of dried kombu, dried seaweed. Ooh, tiny whisk. I'm going to use the tiny whisk. Look at that. We got a tiny whisk. Look at that shit. Ooh. Needs more sweetness. Needs more sweetness. So this isn't like fermenting where all your containers and surfaces has to be 100% sterile. As long as you keep the pickles submerged under the pickling solution and you use clean utensils to take out new pickles, then this will last you a month, maybe even more. Just keep it in the fridge. Now, once you're done with all of these, you're going to want to let these sit and pickle for 24 hours, just because the watermelon rind is pretty thick. Alright, so it's been 24 hours now. We've given it plenty of time to pickle. Whenever I was recording, I totally forgot to add salt, so I did that off camera. I added about a teaspoon of salt to each. This one about almost 2 teaspoons. So don't forget to add salt. I'll write the recipe if I haven't already. I'm going to plate these and we're going to give these a try. So here we go. We're going for the corn first. What the fuck? I don't think I added enough like salt or sugar. It's really bland. So I'm just now realizing, like after the fact, how badly I messed up the pickling solution for corn. It should have been clear to me while I was actually making the pickling solution, but I didn't catch it. I'm learning experience. So after tasting how bland it turned out, I realized where I messed up. And so whenever I was replacing the sugar with the apple juice, I kept adding more of it until I used up the whole bottle because the apple flavor and the sweetness just really wasn't coming out. And so by the time I actually started pickling it, the ratio between water and vinegar was so off. It just tasted so diluted. The sweetness still wasn't coming out. The apple taste still wasn't coming out. And so in hindsight, how I should have approached this was I should have reduced the apple juice until it became like a apple syrup to increase the potency of the sweetness and flavor. But we're gonna try the cilantro stems next. Cilantro stems. Whoa. Oh shit. Oh god damn. Oh man. Oh. What? Oh. Wow. This is some shit. I was so impressed with how well these turned out. Like the American pickling solution paired with the cilantro worked really well. Like all the aromatics in the pickling solution, I was a little worried that it might overpower the cilantro taste, but the cilantro definitely is the star of all of this. The aromatics did really good of adding depth without being too strong. The Jolly Ranchers, I added three, but I really think it could have benefited from having a fourth one. A fourth, like, as crazy as it sounds, like, the Jolly Ranchers did a lot. It added this tartness that wasn't there before. The sweetness was just enough to bounce out this dish, and the cherry flavor, it was there. It was subtle, and I noticed it. I feel like this would be good for a garnish on almost anything. And so I'm gonna give this a 9 out of 10.
Now we do watermelon rinds.
Like, this hardly tastes like watermelon. Like, I don't taste that much watermelon from this. Like, what the fuck? Man, I can't fucking. I'm so bad at explaining these flavors, but it's like, this is some shit. Y'all need to try this shit, man. What the? Oh my god, what? Oh! This fucking tastes like bread and butter pickles. Doesn't taste that much like watermelon. Tastes like bread and butter pickles. For how crazy I thought this was gonna end up, I was really surprised that it just tasted like bread and butter pickles. Like, I don't know. It tasted so similar to bread and butter pickles, but the honey is a lot more pronounced. Like, it's like a sweeter version of bread and butter pickles, I guess. I don't know. I just thought I'd have more to say about this, but I really don't. Like, yeah.
I'm gonna give this a solid 7. And once I figure out what to use this on, I'm sure I'm gonna fucking love this.
Thank you guys so much for sticking around for this long. If you enjoyed watching this video, please leave a like. If you're interested in other curious methods of exploring food, please consider subscribing. Thank you guys. Peace.